this past weekend, obviously we were at the Auburn game and we were watching on the TVs before the game started, and you start hearing all this commotion starting around. Everybody was getting something to eat, and you'd hear people hollering and yelling, and so we're walking around, and I go up, and Greg walks up, Mom and Dad walk up. How was your trip over? Greg had to drive Mom and Dad.
Like I was telling you earlier, I don't know how I got here this morning without Dad here to tell me how to drive.
Really?
I really do. He was the worst backseat driver he has ever been.
Now,
ever.
He doesn't, and so Greg brought my mom and dad and my sister and to the game.
It's ridiculous.
And you
gonna turn right here? Yeah, I'm gonna turn.
right.
My goodness, you gonna run over him? No. Right here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Got it.
Got it. Now, did you get him there early enough this time?
Oh yes, thank goodness.
Right.
Thank you.
My favorite was when you drove him to the A-Day game when he asked you if you thought you were the only one coming to the game.
Yeah, and in his defense, that was a good one on his part. Because I was
I'm
cutting
with
it
your
close.
dad on that. I like to get there early and kill time.
Well, I was cutting it close that day, and I said, I had it perfect. I just didn't think about this traffic. He goes, oh, you figured you were the only one coming to A-Day then. I said, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So did you go the way he wanted you to go this time, or did you go line stand him?
We had to go to Oxford and get Angie, so that took Cataquilla out.
Okay, good.
So that debate was over.
Okay, that's good.
But we went one way and came back the other, and we both agreed we liked going through 431 as opposed to Alex City. We
Really?
came back Alex City.
Okay.
Got it pulled over too.
I was about to say. Now I heard this story from Mom yesterday.
Yeah, I got pulled.
that number one, you became impossible, and
What? Did she say I was impossible?
She said you became impossible.
Well, he pushed me. He wouldn't quit.
In game traffic.
You broke.
Oh, listen. I don't know what happened.
This is Greg's master plan.
Yeah.
I'm really good at getting out of Auburn pretty good after the game, but something happened on my route, and we were in standstill traffic. And when we left, it shouldn't have been that way. I don't know who was
I didn't have
dropping
any
the
issues
ball.
at all. I had no issues at all.
But I've never had issues, and I was so mad at that point. And then I get pulled over in Alex City.
Tell me about it.
You letting it eat a little bit when it opened up?
Yeah, and you know what I told him? I said, I've been sitting in traffic so long, I guess I just couldn't help it. And
but
how about this? And a complete, because I done gave up. I didn't even try to talk my way out of it. I gave completely up. I was mad, throwing a fit. He come up and said, "Hey, slow down, be careful."
Right.
I was like, "Oh, thank you."
All right, now I'd like to bring another point up. You're skipping, and according to Mother, because I admit, because we stayed, the game went long, the game drug because it was a TV game. And they were all
Texas could be the longest game ever.
It was.
They just
That
drug
guy
up.
with a red hat walk out his 20 and stand there.
We've got to speed up these TV games. It just drug on and on and on. So we stayed to the end because we wanted to see, my son play, and he got in. And we wanted to see him after the game. So on the way home, we're struggling. It's late, and I know I've got to church the next morning, and so at one point I remember seeing a town. And then all of a sudden I came to and realized I was several towns down the road and don't even remember the in-between time. Everybody's in the van asleep.
Oh, yeah.
So
And you think you may have slept.
Right. So Greg said this was told to me that you were tired and ill from Mom and Dad.
That's true.
And that Greg said that he was going to cuss the cop because he thought maybe he would put him in jail and at least he get to lay down and go to sleep.
That's what I told him. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to get him to arrest me so at least I can go sleep. And then I asked them what they thought might get me arrested. And I gave an example, and I'm not going to do that on the air. And they said, yes, that would definitely do it.
But I understand you felt bad because the guy was nice to you. Let you go.
I felt bad because I was going, I tell you what, I ain't going to kiss his rump. I'm tired.
Mom said you were pitching one the whole way home.
No.
The whole way home.
Not all the way home. Just at that moment, I was really pitching.
Yeah, right.
Because I was mad at myself because you know what what speeding tickets cost now? A lot.
A bunch.
And I was so mad.
When you got some open space, Mom said you was letting it eat. She said, here's just jerk back.
When he let me go, I was so thankful.
Right. Well, so thank you for what he's doing, trying to protect the public from people like you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Slow it down.
Oh, I was in the wrong. There's no doubt I was in the wrong. But I'd been creeping along in traffic so long. Once I got a little open space, I just stomped it.
Well, with your dad helping you drive, though.
Co-pilot Wales over there.
If you said anything to him, though, I'd just have a picture of the stadium with a name on it. I'd point there.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, that's a good one. I wish you'd have seen him trying to find his insurance card because we're driving his car, right? I need your license and insurance. I said, Dad, he's over. He's got a big box and he's going through it. And then he hands me one. That guy said, that went out in May. I said, that ain't it. He dug, try this one. Oh, it was just. And then he bragged about how he found the insurance card.
Right.
Hey, how about me find the insurance? I was, well, Dad, you're supposed to know where it is. I mean, you supposed to get a medal for that?
I want
to know where your insurance card was?
Listen.
Who all was in the car?
Me,
Your mom?
Dad, mom, and my sister.
Okay.
You and Dad up front.
Me and Dad up front.
Oh,
Oh, and here's another thing. It's just crazy. Hey, Dad, we're not gonna be able to listen to JSU game because once we get out of, it's on like a station, a local station. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
So once I get to Chambers County, especially, we're not gonna be able to hear it. Well, he refused to take it off because every now and then it would bleed in. So we'd hear. All of a sudden, they got it at the 20. See, he goes, coming back. And look, and I said, Dad, just give up. Just give up on it. Rick, he kept it on that station nearly to Auburn. Because every now and then you'd hear Mike Paris go, Cody Blanchard brings it to the line. He'd go, hey, he's coming back. And then and he wouldn't go away and come back. You had to listen to static. And Mom was going nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ladies
Females
love
do
static.
not listen to static.
No, they don't.
They don't listen.
So you were and let me tell you one thing though about him, and I know you don't see this in his children. He's immovable on that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well just go with static.
See, Greg, this is where you
hey, when
should
he locks in,
See,
there's no.
then I would
Listen, see, this is where if Greg was not hard-headed, he'd have an iPhone. He could have pulled it up online.
Thank you.
And been listening to it off the phone
I hope
through
he's
the
not
stereo.
listening right now.
Right.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you.
I'm gonna go help your dad out
Right.
this way.
If there was cell service up and down those hills.
And Mom would try to talk to me, and I'd turn the static down so I could hear, hey, turn that back up now. I said, Dad, first of all, there's nothing on it. Unless
static.
you're waiting on some of the aliens to reach us, like when they're just going for sounds that we don't know may
And
come from
second
anywhere.
of all, Dad, you're not exactly up for a hearing award.
That's a good point. So it wasn't just static, it was loud static.
So we'll come back.
Well, I hope they wasn't a local station down there in Alex City somewhere. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, no, we hung with that one in Oxford, all the way to Auburn.
All right, when we come back, when they arrived at the game, we'll go through the game and then the big upset that rocked the nation, and all in perfect timing for this week. We'll be right back. So we just talked about what the real Greg Burgess went through to try to get my parents and my sister to the Auburn game. It was a thrill, and again, I don't know that I can do it every single home game, but having a son playing for Auburn, we decided we would take in the entire deal coming up on this past Saturday. And that's a long day with a night game, especially with two little brothers, but they did really well. Sherry went, we got over there early. She wanted, there's a group of moms who have sons on the team who get together and pray for the team and for the players, and they talk about different things going on with different individual players, and she wanted to get there for that. So that was about 4 hours before kickoff. So we had to, the boys and I decided, and Bubba, you've been so proud because, I'm not a big tailgate guy. I don't really care for tailgating. I want to get to the game 2 hours before kickoff, go to my seats, get my food there, and enjoy pregame, and then work my way to kickoff. I don't really like wandering around outside the stadium for several hours.
See, here's my thing. I hate being hung up in traffic, because you run into people like Greg.
You're absolutely.
And they got backseat drivers and they're speeding and all that, and gosh knows what else. So I like getting there when it's not a crowd and then goofing off and killing time. To me, that's, even though you waste more time, it's more enjoyable than sitting in traffic to me. But and I think tailgating was invented to kill time.
I think it is too
before the game.
And I probably would feel differently, and probably will according to how it works out. But right now, my situation is I have a reserved parking space right in front of the stadium.
Well, that's good, unless a good one's in it when you get there.
Right. Well, in this case, you can't even get in the parking lot, so that they're assigned to certain people. But and there's a bunch of them, so that makes it easy. And I've got my way down to get there.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's really not an issue now. If I ever lose that, then you got a whole nother problem. But this time we were going to take it all in. We're going all day. So we get there, and she goes off with those moms to pray, and the boys and I, we hit it all. We're doing the jumpy stuff, and then we go over and start getting text of all the different tailgatings that were going on. We tailgated with just a number of organizations.
I like going to other people's tailgate.
Oh yeah,
It's much better than you carrying all the crowd.
And one of my friends, I was watching him at a high school game Friday night, getting texts from the people he'd hired to have his trailer set up, and so he got the text. The tent is being set up. You're in your spot. Yeah. So I went to find him, and so we took in a high school game Friday night too. Had the whole deal. So we we get down there, and the boys and I are tailgating and eating off different people's food and working our way back. But then, and again, there's this too, and God love it, it's nice, but, you got to get down there and stand. So they have their entrance to the stadium, which at Auburn is called Tiger Walk, and all the different teams have those now. But the boys won't be able to see their brother if you don't get right up on the rail.
Right.
Well, to get right up on the rail, you got to be there an hour before the thing even starts. So you got to stand around on that rail for an hour.
Everybody mashing up against you.
Right, and but that was good. Met some really nice people that were big fans of the show, and got the boys up front. Well, then I also have the pressure that Blake's girlfriend, my son's girlfriend, now goes to Auburn. Well, now she's got student tickets, but then she realized, I've got team player tickets, because she was using Blake's tickets because we had our own tickets, and so then she starts texting me wanting to coordinate with me to get so she can come.
Oh,
see.
you got over coordination in play.
No.
And oh, by the way, my sister's with me, both my sisters, and one of them's boyfriend. So I've got Tiger Walk locked down, but I've got the boys up front. Well, now I've got women I need to try to get up front, and thankfully everybody was, and they came up now, and then this time they're toting giant signs that say "We love 63." Okay,
So they're going to block people.
right. And
Yeah, blocking people's view with them.
Like a big umbrella.
Right. They love that when they've been standing an hour and somebody's blocking their view. Everybody
then,
loves that.
So then I have to become the great diplomat. And I said, these signs are only going to be held up for one player. Okay? As he comes, we all want to get a picture. We'll see him. Then we'll all kind of disperse out of the way for anybody else y'all want to see. So we start cutting deals, and it all worked out. And then it was a cool thing. But as they're coming down, and sometimes you ever talk, you're trying to train your sons on how to deal and things to say. So they went to all this trouble. So when they're coming down, it's just mania for the players. I mean, it's absolute mania. So Boomer gets confused, Blake, my son, because she was praying with the moms, couldn't get to us in time, so she just found her spot. So he comes by and he sees Sherry, so he thinks this must be where everybody is. So she's giving him this, and she's hugging, trying to get his picture. Well, he thinks it's over, and then we erupt on him again further down, another group. So he's looking around and trying to look, and we're screaming, "Oh, 63! So, and of course, then and then Brody wants to talk to him. Hey, Blake, I saw this movie. Hey, and Blake's, huh? Just keep moving. So anyway, we get finished, and so we go through the game, and I'll talk about that. But at the end of the game, you're just sitting there going, son. So here's girlfriend runs up to him. She goes, "Did you see the signs we were holding up?" And he goes, "No, I didn't see those."
No, you
and I'm like,
you did.
Just say you saw them.
Just get that look. Yeah, I saw them. They were beautiful.
Yes, and just say you saw it.
He's
Ricky
still,
mistake.
Rick, he's still young.
He is.
He'll
He's
learn.
big, but he's young.
Oh,
He'll learn.
Can I give you
been in their dorm
You
working
see?
on them.
Yeah. Oh, Rick, hours. A lot of hours she put in them.
Oh,
Still
I
got
loved
ink on her
them.
hands.
I loved them.
Right, I'll just say, son, just say you saw it.
They look great.
Right, that's it.
So, can I give you my Tiger Walk experience with the parents?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they were trying to make Tiger
Okay,
Walk?
yeah.
Now, see, I tried to get you out of that.
We can't get nowhere near it, and we're at this rail, and you can see, you can see them. Now, you're going to have to get them in sections, okay?
Right. I tried.
Here it is.
Know this. I tried to help you. I text mom and said, "No way. Unless you're there at 3:15, you're not going to be able to see me."
Okay, so you're right. So here we are, and we're a good ways off. All right, and this is Angie. I give Angie this. She spots old big head. There's old Blake, big nog coming.
Right.
There's Blake. I see him. I thought, yeah, whatever, Angie, because we're way off. Well, I can see him. I said, there he is. I can see him a long way. He's walking. Look, here's Blake. Here's Mom. Well, I can't see him. Where is he? I don't see him at all. Right there, Mom. Well, I guess I just not looking around because I ain't seen him yet. And then there's Dad. Yeah, there he is. He ain't seen him. You know as well as I do that he did not see him. And he is claiming, yep, there he is.
And then he said, "Look at that! Look at them signs they hold up." For.
But you know how he does. You know what I'm talking about. He didn't no more see him than the man of the moon, but he claimed that he saw him the whole way.
And I loved it. And Mom says
Mom,
it.
I ain't seen him yet.
And Mom says it in a tone to let you know if you had done your job better, I could see you.
That's
Yeah.
well, I can't see him, so. And Dad's like, "Where he is?"
My dad will do that. My dad do that all the time because my dad's got terrible eyesight. God love him. And then something will happen. My mom will say something, and I know he can't see 2 feet in front of him. And then someone will come in the side. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And I look over at him like, "Buddy, you ain't no more seen nothing." You know?
That's
I
him
guess it's a
saying, "I
dad
saw the
thing.
sign."
That's it. Exactly.
Oh
Just
yeah,
trying to
that's
be nice.
nice. I like that one.
Just trying to be nice. Just trying to be nice.
Rick Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.